You need to listen to me right now. You have to avoid this mistake if you want to get rich. Today, we're going to be talking about lifestyle inflation. Google defines this as the tendency to spend more money as you make more money. This is one of the biggest and most dangerous killers for us that's trying to reach financial freedom at a young age. And in my opinion, this stuff is brought on by common misconceptions on people thinking that material items will somehow bring them happiness in their life. So when they start making more money, they start buying more things. You get the picture. Lifestyle inflation is very dangerous and it can kill your hopes and dreams. So in this video, I'm going to teach you about lifestyle inflation, what is it, and how to deal with it. Make sure you stick around to the end because you're not going to want to miss this. Welcome back to High Standard University. My name is Quincy Yoder, aka Q to Go, your soon to be favorite smart dumb guy. You guys already know. My mission here is to help you improve your life mentally, physically, financially, and emotionally. So if you're up your alley, make sure you bust out your notes, grab yourself some coffee or some water. Let's talk about lifestyle inflation. As we talked about earlier, lifestyle inflation is simply the tendency to raise your spending as you raise your income. This is not just a one-time thing either. This happens a lot over a period of time and rarely does it even get noticed. And to be honest, it kind of happens subconsciously. You get a new job, you get a bigger promotion, or you pay off that debt that you had. And now you have all this surplus income that you can use and you just figure, let's spend it. I never had it before. I have it now. Let's enjoy it. You go out there and buy the new J's that you couldn't afford before. You go out there and buy that PS5 that you know your ass couldn't afford before. Or you might just go get that new apartment on the good side of town that you know you have no business living in. But you have the extra income, so fuck it. I call it the hamster wheel of broke because it's a constant cycle. You get income, you spend it, you get it again, and you spend it. Now it's just a constant cycle going on, and you're still living paycheck to paycheck. Even though your income has increased, you pay out that debt, either or, it's the same fucking thing. So let's transition into another discussion. Why do we do it? And in my opinion, I think it's because of one thing: the illusion of happiness. Like I said earlier, at first it's just an adrenaline rush. You work your ass off to pay out that debt. You work your ass off to get that promotion or get that new job. And now you're in a better place financially than you was the day before or even the week before. But like I discussed earlier, for some reason our brain tells us that we need something to fill in that hole. And for some of us, we fill in that hole with investments or saving. And some of us, we fill it up with materialistic spending. That's why, in my opinion, there's a big correlation between lifestyle inflation and materialistic tendencies. If you're a big spender, you're always going to be hitting lifestyle inflation and you're still going to be living paycheck to paycheck because you're a big materialistic person. And why are you a big materialistic person? Because you think these things are tied to your happiness, when in reality, I don't really think they are. Studies have shown that people that are more materialistic based are more prone to substance abuse, anxiety, and more stressful than us that are not. And why is that? Well, in my opinion, I think if you're materialistic based, then your happiness will never be good because there's always going to be better products coming out every year. And the thing that you bought last week will become obsolete in the next month, so on and so forth. You're not going to be happy with the iPhone 14 if you know the iPhone 15 is coming out next year, because then you're going to want that. Then you're going to want the next highest. You're never fucking satisfied. Even though we all know once we make those spendings, we might feel that high for like a day or a week. But gradually, we just go back down to normal. And we go back to life like that thing doesn't even fucking exist. Buying and spending your money on materialistic things is not going to lead to you being happy. In my opinion, what's going to lead to you being even more happy long term is having the freedom to do what you want with who you want when you want. And to do that, we need to be financially stable. But we can't do that if we're reaping the consequences of lifestyle inflation. But what are the consequences of lifestyle inflation? Let's talk about it. Well, you're always going to be on the hamster wheel of broke. You're always going to be living paycheck to paycheck. And I want to say this for the people that don't know. You can be paycheck to paycheck and be a six-figure earner. You can be paycheck to paycheck and be a millionaire. It's not based on how much money you make. It's about how much money you keep, how much your net worth is, etc. If you're making $10K a month, but you're spending 9.5 of that on expenses and just stupid spending, you might as well not be making $10K a month because you're living paycheck to paycheck. You're living just like that person that's making $2,000 a month, $4,000 a month, etc. Living paycheck to paycheck is also going to hinder things like your savings and your investments. How are you going to invest consistently into a Roth IRA if you don't have any money left over because you're spending it all? How are you going to build up an emergency fund if you don't have no money left over because you're spending it all? You'll work your ass off to get that promotion so you can go on vacation. But what about working your ass off and being disciplined so you can have long-term wealth in the future for you and your family? I need you to trust me. Life is so much easier when you're financially stable. When you have investments underneath your belt that are paying you passive income every month. When you have an emergency fund set up so you don't have to go in debt every time you have an emergency. Things are so much easier when you take accountability for these things and you make a plan where you succeed financially in the future. Because if you don't, you're going to be living paycheck to paycheck with mountains of debt underneath your belt, and you just stay on that hamster wheel and spin and spin and spin. Now that I hopefully convinced you that lifestyle inflation is not the move and you want financial freedom for yourself and your family in the future, let's talk about ways we can combat this so we can get off that tendency of spending every time our income rises. One way is to simply make a budget. Create a financial plan for you and your money so everything goes where it's supposed to go and you don't take that money and unnecessarily spend it. And I'm not saying you can't budget yourself some fun money, but that fun money should be way less than that money put towards your investments and your savings. Set financial goals for yourself. If you have any debt, pay it off. If you don't have an emergency fund, make one. These are all things I went deeper in a previous episode called How to Stop Living Paycheck to Paycheck. Check it out if you haven't already. And I want you to remember to practice delayed gratification. Yeah, you can't spend all the money you want today, but if you keep being disciplined and do the things I talked about today, then you'll soon be able to buy anything you want in the store with your financial freedom. And if you don't think it's possible, look at your favorite millionaire. They had to do it. Everybody that's either reached financial freedom or financial stability had to one day say no to buying that certain thing that they want to buy so they could reach financial freedom and buy it later. In conclusion, lifestyle inflation is one of the most dangerous things that are going to keep you reach your financial freedom. Make sure you know what it is, how to identify it, and the steps you need to take to get rid of it. If you do all three of those things, you practice good spending habits, and you stay disciplined, I have no doubt in my mind that you, me, and everybody else at High Standard University reach financial freedom and be able to do what they want, when they want, with who they want. If you guys watch this video to the end, make sure you give me a like, comment what your favorite part about this video was, make sure you sub and share this to all your friends that might be experiencing lifestyle inflation right now. I thank you guys. I love you guys with all my heart. And until the next video, Quincy is out.